Terrorist raids on villages and the kibbutzim, or cooperative farms along Israel's frontiers, have been a daily occurrence for the last 20 years. But now, as if obeying a unified command, the attacks are intensified on all fronts. Bombings and incendiary attacks destroy the fruit of years of struggle against the desert. The die is cast. As in the days of David and Goliath, 3,000 years ago, the survival of a people is at stake.
If I'm ordered to strike, I'll defeat the enemy on all sides. They've lost too much time, as if American sympathies were enough.
For once, we're calling the tune.
Right.
Are the orders ready, sir?
I'll be given orders to open fire, if Allah should will. So keep all troops at the ready. All units will be advised to maintain full combat strength.
All right, sir.
But in Israel, what is most surprising is the attitude of her people on the eve of what seems an inevitable catastrophe. Israel goes on with life as usual. People try to enjoy themselves. The beaches are packed as though there were not the slightest danger of war. The country demobilizes its army and sends her soldiers home, trusting the Old Testament teaching that success in battle does not only depend on the number of legions, but upon heaven. Perhaps the Israeli self-confidence is excessive. At any rate, it contrasts radically with the attitude of her enemies.
Were you expecting this, Captain?
No.
Well, I didn't either, to tell the truth. Maybe the UN did the right thing for a change. They make mistakes too, don't they?
There's something phony going on. If you'd seen as much war as I have...
You Poles are all pessimists.
I'll bet you any amount you want they call us back. If the Arabs are on the march...
Say, quiet down.
The rabbi doesn't know how to get it.
Come on now, come on. Whoever gets the Dan Carmel tonight gets a double whiskey on me.
Not me, brother.
Boy, what a slipper you
It's a
are.
long way to Tiberias, and I've got a field to plow.
And then there's his wife waiting for him.
Yes, and then he's got to play his last game of chess, you see, because tomorrow is Saturday.
And are you coming?
You better not. He knows what I do.
I married his sister.
I could use a cigarette. Have you got one?
You know, from tomorrow on, we'll have to buy him.
If you were driving, I'd already be home with my girl. Isn't that right, Josie?
The last one? And the next one.
Well, I got mine.
Yeah.
You sure have. She's right behind you.
Okay, I'll pick you up about noon.
Okay. Hi, Elon.
Hi.
Ciao.
Come to my place.
Well, Lila's not impressed by big hotels. Tell me, Rafi, do you believe it's over?
I don't believe anything. But if they let us go, they must know why. Stop here. I get off. So thanks. See you at the next alert. Shalom. Bye-bye. Shalom. Samuel! Samuel!
Oh, it's you, sir. Welcome back. It's good to see you here again.
How's it going, Samuel?
Well, with the work suspended, I'll never see your building finished.
You'll see it. You're not such an old man.
No, Captain Rafi, at this rate I can't last. I'll be pensioned off. I'll be gone.
Don't worry about it. They're demobilizing. The others will be coming home soon.
Demobilizing? And what about the Egyptians?
Ask Moshe Dayan. He's the boss.
This is Jerusalem, the Berlin of the Middle East. Beyond the wall, topped with barbed wire, lies the Jordanian sector. There's no electric current in the wire, but on both sides, everyone's nerves are at high tension, always on the alert for trouble. Sometimes the tension sparks a petty incident.
things go on like this, we'd better buy that garage in Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv. I'll never leave Jerusalem. It's the same everywhere. There's no more danger in Jerusalem than anywhere else.
Hey, soldier.
What is it?
Look what the Arabs did.
Big heroes.
Come with me a minute, Arden.
Where? Don't tell me you go to Mass these days. Let's go home.
Oh, come on. There's something I want to see again.
That's the trouble with you Poles. You're stubborn fanatics. And a religious fanatic like you is worse than an atheist like me. Well, Abraham, did you bring me up here just to show me the panorama? I prefer beer. There's nothing better on a hot day than a nice cold glass of beer.
Even if my heart is with God, it doesn't mean I've got my head in the clouds. Look, the wall, Arden. Over there by that mosque is the Wailing Wall. Ever since I can remember, we've been dreaming and praying to touch those stones. And ever since my father can remember. And the father of my father can remember. Always a dream. I don't want to die without having seen it. Do you understand me?
You can pray against any wall that you want. You won't ever convince me, though.
Thanks, Captain, and good night.
Good night.
Well, Captain, are we safe here?
What do you mean?
I want to know if I can paint my old jalopy yellow and put in new springs. They sent me to the canal in it the last time.
First buy that paintbrush, then you're sure.
Okay. Aviva.
Welcome back, Rafi.
Oh, nice. How'd you get here? They send you home too, demobilized like the rest of us?
No. I'm on duty in Tel Aviv.
Sure good to relax for a change.
Tired?
Not because of the trip.
What is it then?
Threat of war, my life, everything. And there's only one cure for it. To get away from here. I've decided to go to the States. All I have to do is put my signature right here. And that engineering firm will give me $2,600 a month. Well, what am I to do? What can I do? Play soldier every 2 months? Dodge an Arab bullet every time I take a drive in the country?
But Rafi, you promised.
Well, I guess I'm just not a pioneer. And I haven't got the stuff that makes a fighter.
What do you want for dinner?
When do you have to be back?
I don't have to be back before tomorrow.
Good. There's a night in between.
Yes. That's why I'm here.
We'll have another round here, please, waiter.
Yes, sir.
You've spent a fortune, Elan, just drinking your lunch.
Speaking about fortunes, how's your old man?
Building boats. He's back in Japan now. I should see him later in London.
Oh, no. You mean you're going to leave us, Elan?
Well, it seems that they don't need me now.
Ah, there, I've got it. It's Cairo.
ننتظرها من مدة 20 سنة. يجب أن لا ننسى أن الاستعماريين هم الذين غيروا انتصارنا في سنة 56 ضد المجرمين الإسرائيليين بهزيمة. يا إخواني، نحن لسنا وحدنا لأن جميع العرب معنا بقلوبهم وقواتهم.
I'm frightened.
Don't worry. I think he just wants to make war, not love.
Tractors at the kibbutzim along the northeast frontier of Israel are provided with special cabs, not to protect the driver from the rays of the sun, but from the Syrian rifles and mortars on the heights overlooking the plain. The volunteers who work here are willing to risk their lives to transform the desert into a fertile land of trees, fields, and orchards.
Be careful, Dahlia. Get down.
Ah! They can't get the range. We don't have to worry.
You never know.
We're bounded on the north by Lebanon, on the northeast by Syria, on the east by the Kingdom of Jordan, and on the southwest by Egypt. This is the Sinai Desert, and this is the Mediterranean Sea. Haifa is here. Don't forget its importance. It's the... Oh. Quick, run to the shelter, children.
Where did it fall, Dahlia?
Huh?
You Arab dogs!
In the lake. They've just been going after fish. Poor Isaac. See? Oh, they must have realized that fish can't shoot.
Hi, fellas, hi. A lot easier than life in the barracks, isn't it? Yeah, I'm a free man today. I made the tank corps this week, and I'm already a sergeant, so what do you think about that?
Hey, you don't mean you're driving those tanks now?
Why not? Sure, why shouldn't I? No one here can drive better than me.
You have a driver's license now. How do you like that? Let's try you out. Let's see who's chicken.
Up here. Are these the best you've got?
I have fresher ones in the tent.
Let's see them.
Shalom, Daniel.
Shalom, Uri.
That's some uniform. Jonathan, this is Colonel Daniel, our chief.
Shalom. Shalom.
Any news?
Yes. Yes, there is. I have some very interesting pictures. Might say they're priceless.
But
all you have to do is rub off the surface of these pictures, and underneath are the microfilm copies of the Egyptian operational plans, as well as where their troops are deployed. But we don't know the hour of the attack.
Egyptian armored vehicles moving in the direction of Kusena.
Can you tell what they are?
They're T-54 tanks. The Egyptians have moved an entire brigade since this morning.
Yuri must know this. I'll call him. What are their coordinates?
801-896.
Where they headed?
toward Wadi Ofran.
We know the enemy is moving into position to attack in this sector.
They think we're demobilized.
Let's hope so. In any event, we must act quickly. At 0545 hours, Odd will attack the Egyptian airfields with his mirages.
Yes, sir. There should be 100 MiGs on the ground at Al Arish alone.
Uri, during the air attack, you must move your armored divisions into the Negev desert.
Yes, sir.
According to our information, you should meet 2 Egyptian tank squadrons. The 3rd armored will bypass any centers of resistance and push through to Gaza.
Yes, sir.
You'll be joined by the 2nd Brigade. If you succeed in avoiding contact with the enemy, we should have them in the bag.
Right, sir. Where do we stop?
At the canal.
Even if we can cross it?
That's a political decision.
It doesn't concern us.
What about our troop strength?
Call up the reserves and cancel all leaves. Broadcast the order in code to report immediately to all bases.
Dorothy! Go ahead!
Ready! Ready!
You were wonderful, Josty. You were great. Just great. Can I have the 10, please?
All right, all right. Someday you're going to have to spend this for the hospital.
Ah, come on.
Oh.
Hey, Josie! Shall we go again?
Sure, why not?
This will be the showdown, Josie. Watch
I'm
me.
coming
Here
with
goes.
you.
Out the way. I'll beat him this time.
And now, friends, for our mystery game. Just remember the sentence. Here it is. Listen carefully. The cat shows her claws. I repeat, the cat shows her claws. So, friends, don't delay. Send your answers in immediately.
John, goodbye! See you later!
Now,
Goodbye!
once again, the mystery phrase is, the cat shows her claws.
You better watch your queen, Abraham. Why do you Germans hate Poles? Why is that?
I don't hate them. They just don't know chess, that's all. Go garage at your service. He's coming. Shalom. You're going to war, Abraham.
No, I am afraid.
Well, we'll finally know how this thing is going to end.
Hello.
Shalom, Mata. Alex, we're here.
Shalom and goodbye. I'm not home to anybody.
Haven't you heard the radio message?
I don't own a radio, and I won't have one in my house. Not ever.
The cat shows her claws.
In that case, it's different. I'll only be a minute. Where's my gun? Beret. Goodbye, my sweet. Be a good girl and water the geraniums for me. I'm counting on you. Take care of yourself and write. I'll write too.
Bye.
Shalom, Gabriel.
Shalom, Milan.
I hear you're buying the drinks tonight, so I brought a few of my friends along with you.
It'll only take a second.
I hope come on.
Just a second. I'm sure it'll...
This is more like it. That's it, Gabriel. Drinks for everyone.
I never go back on my word. On the other hand, you'll have to drink up in a hurry.
Why? Are you closing?
No, Elon. We're leaving immediately tomorrow morning. The cat shows her claws.
Well, drink up, girls. I think we've had it for tonight.
problem, Josie? How the new Jeep's working out?
I seem to be okay, but the engines need to be tuned up a bit.
Yeah, well, my Jeep's acting up a little. Take a look at it, will you? I don't want any unpleasant surprises later. Check out that radio, will you? That's what I was doing.
Okay. According to the papers, those 100 million Arabs are surrounded and persecuted by 2.5 million Israelis.
I'll take that.
Well, boys, clean her up and oil her parts, will you?
As you say, sir.
Lila, have you checked to see if they sent the plasma? The brigade surgeon wants to know.
Yes, everything's ready. This is for you, a patient you might like.
Rafi!
Hi.
All right, everybody out. Leave them alone. Come on, girls. Let's go and have a glass of tea.
Bye.
What will happen this time?
We'll fight. That's all. We've no choice.
When will it start?
I don't know. When the Arabs are ready to attack, it'll begin, I guess. You mustn't think too much.
Why do you advise that? Are you afraid?
Sure, we all are.
Well, why did you stay? I thought you had decided to go away.
Well, right now, I think there are other things more important. I know America won't run away. It will always be there. Yes. Waiting for me. For us.
Your attention. Just for a moment. This is our plan of action. At X hours, the forward observers will move into position at the heads of the tank columns heading toward El Kundela, Abu Ekule, and Kusena. They will proceed ahead of the tank columns in these areas here. They'll maintain constant radio contact. Once the enemy is sighted, the patrols will report on identification, direction, distance, and all relative information. Now remember, you forward observers and reconnaissance patrols are the eyes and the guides of our armored forces. The information you report and the fire you direct will spell out the difference between victory and defeat for us. Thank you, and good luck to you all.
Jossie!
Lila. What are you doing here, Lila?
I wanted to help, and I can see you this way.
Well, we'll make an appointment. At the Suez Canal. The first one who arrives there will wait.
And if you don't come? If you're captured and can't come?
Impossible. All I do is say, sorry, but I've got a date with a beautiful girl.
To the Egyptians as well?
Sure, why not?
Josie, sometimes wars are won by accident. This time we might lose.
You're getting pretty serious all of a sudden.
Josie, this is the first time I felt serious about anything. I love you, Josie. But think of all those people fighting in the desert. Who's going to meet with them? I know it won't be that way with us, but imagine how many will never get to their appointments.
I wouldn't worry about it. I know it will be all right.
First tank column is moving out
Let's
now.
go! Mach schneller! Speed things up! Come on!
moving right along.
Anchor 2 to Anchor 1. Communications check. Over.
This is Anchor 1. Communications check. Okay. Make a check with Command Tank 2. We'll check in a second. Over and out. Anchor 1 to Command Tank. Communications check. We're ready to go. Over.
Command Tank to Anchor 1 and Anchor 2. We hear you loud and clear. Now go out and find them.
This is it. We wait. Ready? We separate here.
Anchor 1 to Command Tank. We're on Hill 23.
Command Tank to Anchor 1. Message received. We'll deploy turret down behind you. Call for fire when needed. Over and out.
You made any contact yet? You see anything?
They want to know if we've seen anything. Not yet. No, nothing yet, sir. Over.
Well, open your eyes and keep them wide open.
Hey, here we go.
Anchor 2 to Anchor 1. We've sighted them.
Where are they?
3 miles south of us, about 40 Egyptian tanks in 2 columns.
There they are.
Anchor 1 to Anchor 2. Anchor 1 to Anchor 2.
Anchor 2, over.
T-34s.
40 T-34s.
3 miles south.
3 miles south.
2 columns.
2 columns.
Left flank in movement.
Left flank in movement.
All tanks in action.
All tanks in action.
Command car in middle of column 1.
Command car in middle of column 1.
Give us their location, Command 2. 14.
14.
32.
32.
7.
7.
Repeat sector.
Repeat. Sectors.
14.
14.
32.
32.
7.
7.
Mediums and heavies
Medium and
advancing
heavies advancing in attack formation. 2-4.
2-4.
3-1.
3-1.
2.
2.
Zero on target.
0 on target.
Sector 12.
Sector 12.
68.
68.
Right 6.
Right 6.
Range 1,000.
Range 1,000.
Fire for effect.
Fire for effect.
Sector 2-1.
Sector
2-1.
2-1. Sector 2-1.
3 tanks closing in on your left.
3 tanks closing on your left.
Tanks moving in fast. Range 300 yards.
Anchor 2 to Anchor 3. 4 tanks moving in fast. Range 300 yards.
Got a good target, Alex. Anchor 1 to command tank. Pulling out. Call Anchor 2, Alex.
Okay, we're pulling back too. Let's go.
Mechanic? Ours is wounded.
Yeah, what's wrong?
We don't know yet. The damn thing just stopped.
Okay, let's take a look. It was nothing but a leaking fuel connection, nothing to it. Should be all right now. Better not run at full speed, because it might shake loose again.
Find the other connection to the fuel tank.
Yeah. Now hurry up. Come on. We gotta get out of here.
Come on, let's get out of here. Move out. Now, come on.
My leg. Easy.
be all right.
I still have my hands. What more could a violinist ask for?
It works. I have a wounded man here. Can you hear me? Anchor 1 to Anchor 2. Can you hear me?
Not as bad as it looks,
Over.
but we better disinfect it anyway.
We are in trouble. Would you mind giving us a lift?
Message received. As soon as we check with command tank, we'll head straight for you.
I don't know our position exactly, but you will find us about a couple of miles south of the wadi. I'll hold on while you ask the commander.
Anchor 2 to Anchor 1. We're coming.
Good. Well, we've got them on the run.
Our tanks are doing all right. Although at one point I thought they were shooting at us, didn't you?
Hey. I'm sorry, it's my stomach. I feel it right here in my stomach. It's like a hand gripping my guts. It's fear, I guess.
2 hours. 2 hours have passed in this bloody war. Here we wait.
Let's hope they come.
With Josie driving? He's like a homing pigeon, that boy. Give him a motor and he'll do the rest. He'll find us all right.
Oh.
Hey, this looks like him now.
Here he comes.
Well, we made it.
Glad you're here. Took you long enough.
Well, it's not like driving to the park in Tel Aviv.
How do you feel, Alex? How's the war going?
Well, if it goes on like this, we'll be at the canal before you know it.
It's a sure thing with Jussie driving. You have to see it to believe it. But if he's driving, I'm going to walk.
I'd say we're in a bad way. There's no gas left.
How much more you got left?
Well enough for 10 miles if we don't run into trouble.
We'll just find ourselves a gas station, then we can make it.
Very funny. Very funny. We already have one man wounded, and we haven't even started yet. We can refuel and pick up a new first violinist. If I can get this damn thing to work again. Let's see. Anchor 1 to Club. Anchor 1 to Club. Can you hear me?
Club to Anchor 1. I hear you, over.
I've got a wounded man and I'm dry. I'm about 15 miles southeast of Gebel Libni. I can make it to the road.
Okay, we'll send out a copter, over.
Shalom. Okay, Josie, let's start moving.
hope we can find them.
We'll find them all right.
Hey, look!
Hey!
Come on! Here we are! Come on! Hey, here we are!
That's real service, huh?
You said it.
Hey, look! There they are. Look, they're waving at us. Yes. Go ahead. Rosie!
Aviva!
Rosie!
Hi, Lila. Boy, am I glad to see you. Alex has been wounded.
Is it serious?
No, I don't think so. It's his leg. It's not broken. He'll be all right.
Sure glad you're here.
So are we. Come on, Lila. Hi, Alex.
I'm sure glad to see you, girls. I'm beginning to feel better already.
Well, let's take a look.
It was high time. Now the battery's dead.
Okay, boys, let's get out of here.
I'm doing all right.
Comedian.
Looks
It's a
pretty
nasty
bad.
wound. What do you plan to do? Alex can't go on like this much longer, you know.
I hope you and Lila catch up with your swimming over the weekend.
We both like the beach. But this?
Why'd they have to send you? Couldn't they find someone else?
You take the rabbi back there. He doesn't belong in the army. He plays at war like a chess game and just as bad.
You listen to me. Chess is something that I can afford to lose. The outcome of this battle depends on Almighty God.
This beach is great, you guys. But where's the water?
Well, isn't it better that we're together if things are bad?
Well, we are together. Things are bad. I should have gone away, Aviva.
You mean that?
I did, but not anymore. I'm okay.
Won't you bet on me? Or are you afraid you might lose?
No, you're a champion.
little easier, will you? Oh, sorry, the shock absorbers are all gone, Alex.
Say, Ruffy, why don't we stop here?
Okay. At least we can get out of the sun over there.
Put him in the shade. See that his head isn't too high.
Better send 2 men out to reconnoiter.
Okay, Ruffy. You two, take a look around. There may not even be a desert rat in the area, but be careful.
Yeah.
So tell me, why did you leave England to wind up in a place like this, Leland? Huh?
I'm Jewish, and I wanted to learn Hebrew. It's just an idea. Oh, it's a long story. There's no sense in boring you with it.
No, it's everybody's got a long story except me.
What you mean?
All I have is a pair of blue jeans and a trial when I get back.
What trial?
A stolen car. Playing chicken.
Down! Well, this is where our stroll ends.
Okay, we'll go tell the captain.
Right.
Well, what do you know? Russian missiles. They're setting up a SAM-2 missile base. It's a missile base and a defense platoon. We knew the Russians were sending these missiles, but we didn't know they were operational. Well, if we're going to do something, we better do it fast.
How many men do you think there are?
About 30 or 40. If we want to attack, we gotta take them by surprise after it gets dark. Aside from Zif, who speaks Arabic?
I could say a few words to them.
United Arab forces are victorious on all fronts. Supply lines have been cut so that the enemy troops in the Sinai Peninsula are without support. Between Rafah and Khan Yunis, the Egyptian forces have completely annihilated 2 enemy divisions. Our tanks...
Our men are really beating them between Rafah and Khan Yunis. We really got them by the throat.
So it seems.
They're beginning to crack already.
Yeah, so it seems.
And the news from Qasem is good, too.
Most of the news that we get from Cairo has this characteristic, Amr. It's always overstated and not too clear. What about the missiles?
Oh, they'll all be ready before dawn, Colonel. If those Zionists poke their noses out of their pig pens, I certainly hope they'll poke them in our direction so we can roast them.
At least for now. Our zone is a bit off the main line. But if they do come, it's more than likely they'll put up a stiff fight. Nothing ever happens the way one expects it in war.
You don't believe we're winning, do you?
I don't have much faith in propaganda. We're here to use these missiles. And if Allah wills, we'll win this war.
are 4 machine gun nests. 1 on the left, 1 on the right, and 2 in the middle. If we can take the 2 outside ones, we'll have them on the crossfire. Abraham, Arden, take the left one. Zeef, you go with them. Josie, Elon, take the right. The rest of us take the bunker.
I wonder what's going to happen now.
They'll make it, you'll see. Think of yourself now and don't move too much, or you'll start hemorrhaging again.
Stupid wound.
It could happen to anybody who meets up with shrapnel, so don't complain.
I wonder what's keeping them so long.
Don't worry, Lila. Our men are able to take care of themselves.
It's awful here.
Then why did you come?
I didn't want to. I was afraid, because it's madness, Aviva. Killing so many people.
This is war. You'll have to get used to it.
I'll never get used to it. You come out with these pat answers, but you're not fooling me. You know just as well as I do that we'll never get out of here alive. You're all just as frightened as I am.
Lila.
But isn't it terrible, this killing each other? That one man would kill another man. It's so inhuman. It's awful.
I said stop it, Lila. I should tell you how my mother and my father were killed. But this isn't the right moment. Come on, calm down.
Yeah, she's right. But remember this. When you're dead for a long while, so be careful.
We'll both sneak up from behind them. You cover us, pilot.
Yeah.
Let's go.
رايح فين؟ رايح في المطر انت ما تعرفش تروح. وانا ما اجيلك من ورا واعمل لك حاجات انت ما تعرفهاش خالص يا معلش هو تعالى. اسمع في لك اخر واحده. سعيد ايه راكب القطر وعايز يروح بلد. اسمع عايز يروح ايه مصر. قالوا لي مصر بلد شيء فيها بنات حلوين. كان في جاينات اللي حلوين طبعا زي ما انت عارف. امرها ايه راكب القطر بتاع وصل ايه لحد باب الحلوين. اول ما وصل هناك عندك سيجاره يا ابني حد السيجاره. ما عنديش سيجاره. وبعدين ايه كنت بقول لك ايه. قام راكب القطر ودخل الكنيف. تعرف الكنيف؟ ايوه دخل مكانيف المحطه وعايز ايه شوف طبعا. فلاقي الميه ايه نازله بتاع فتقرب السفن والميه
نازل من فين؟ من الكنيف؟
طبعا من الكنيف. امال عايزه تنزل فين يا اخي؟ ما خليك معانا. البلد قام قايل يقول ابوك يابا دي مصر بقت دلوقتي خلاص سابت البلد وعماله تعدي.
زي مراد.
الحمد لله. طب والعيال زيهم؟
الحمد لله مش بطال.
طب بيروحوا المدرسة؟
ايوه بيروحوا المدرسة، شوية يستنوا في البيت.
مش عايزين في البحر ولا؟ لا هم بيروحوا السينما.
ما فيش سينما في بلادي.
يا دفعة انت بتعمل ايه هناك؟
بساريا.
مش عارف انك ممنوع تروح هناك؟
في هونك بساريا، في هونك. Hurry. Ready?
قول يا دفعة ما عندكش كبريت؟ اسمع ما بتفهمنيش؟ انت مش فاهم اطرش؟ مالك؟ اسمع رد عليا. انت من انهي دول؟ لو هتتحرك هقتلك.
Down the ledge. Come on.
Hello, headquarters? What's going on? Hello. Don't make a move, and everything will be all right. You better surrender. You're our prisoners. Watch them.
Give me that! Lila, come back! I hope I do!
They thought they would find girls and gold in Tel Aviv. Nasser promised them.
Poor kids.
If we keep this up, I'll have muscles like Mr. Universe.
What do you think those missiles cost? $10,000?
More like 100,000. It'd drive you crazy thinking about what a war costs. Think what would happen if we got a hold of money like that. Hey, look at the flag.
Looks great. What about the Egyptian planes?
They've been removed. How about the Israeli planes, though?
I had a boyfriend once who could hit a balloon at 600 miles an hour.
Ah, that's great.
Rafi!
What is it, Lila?
I found their medical supplies.
Good.
I only found Russian vodka and pâté de foie gras. That isn't much help.
War is like that. We know where we start, but we never know where we might end up.
Why don't we go, Rafi?
They're all intact. Our boys could use these. We can't leave them.
And the only problem is the Egyptians will hit us with everything they got.
It's more than likely. I know I would do it. What else did you find?
Only a Chinese bazooka and 300 rounds.
Okay. Watch everything. I'm going to the bunker.
Okay, Rafi.
With you for a crutch, I don't mind being wounded. There's Rafi.
How's the leg?
Better. I bet you wish you knew how to operate those babies. We could turn them around and fire them at the Egyptians.
Aviva, Lila's found something she wants to show you.
Breeders of corruption and of wars. That's what you are. Instruments of imperialism on our ground. Your days are numbered and you know it.
You know something? I must say you're a philosopher. I'll think about that.
All right, Josie. That's enough. Do you think the same way?
Is it of any importance what I think? I've been captured twice. At Castel in 48 and at El Arish in 56. Here I am for the third time. Each time with more powerful weapons. For me, it's probably the last time. But you'll never have peace.
Oh, yes, they will. We're going to wipe Israel off the face of the map forever.
Okay. While we're waiting for all this to happen, let's start again. Your name's Al-Qadi. You're a colonel, Missile Division. You're in charge of...
I'm Colonel Al-Qadi, 13th Missile Division. You know very well, Captain. That's all I have to say.
Tired? Not yet.
Come on, girls.
Put it here.
The survivors say the base was discovered purely by chance, General.
It wasn't captured by chance.
It was nighttime when they attacked. Our unit was outnumbered.
We have to recapture the missiles or destroy them. Who do we have available in the 3rd sector?
Third sector? Third sector. Lieutenant Murdoch. He's nearest the area. It's where we positioned his armored platoon. Maybe he can handle the job. May I suggest him?
We must take steps, and we must do it now. Fast.
Think how we'll look if word gets out that we lost those missiles to a handful of men. You didn't have so many pieces left.
Are you insinuating that I would cheat at chess?
Why do you say that? But of course you're not trying to cheat. I just meant that in Jerusalem you'd lost over half what you got on the board.
Like all Germans. But we're related. It's too hard to argue.
You know, it's been written in the Bible that it's better to be the persecuted than to be the persecutor.
Yeah, but with the Bible in the left hand and a gun in the right, huh?
Yes, it's a Russian Jeep. 2,000 miles, practically new. You might convince Rafi. Then we could leave. If Josie brings us back, we'll be in camp in an hour.
Before any of us, we must consider the missiles. I'm sorry. You probably don't realize how important they are.
Important. Baloney. You're moralizing again. Anyway, what good will those missiles do us when we're all dead? So why don't we realize we'll all be killed as soon as they get here?
It's better to stay here at the campsite. If we stay at the base, we've at least the possibility of defending ourselves. But out on the dunes, who knows what'll happen?
Here they come! Lila, this way!
Now, if things are as you say, how can you explain...
Rafi, they're here.
Lock them up. Come on. Go with Alex.
Ammunition.
Let them get closer. Hold your fire. Keep down.
Aviva, you're an angel.
How's the shoulder?
I'm all right.
Is that so?
Oh.
Go on, I'll take that.
I hope they don't want their missiles back.
Yeah, and especially with us as a target. Fire!
Yes, sir, that's service, if that's what they want. We'll show them, right?
Get down, you fool. You want to get killed?
Now it's up to you. The machine gun can't stop them.
This thing is Chinese. I only hope it works.
You did it! Good girl. Great shot.
Now we're going to fix the other one.
Rabbi. We finished the game at last.
What are you saying? You won't die, Arden.
I wonder if there's anything he would really like. If I get the morphine?
I don't believe as you do. And I don't care what you say. But I've tried all of my life to live honestly. You're a good man, and if there is a God, he will listen to you. But even an atheist prepares to go to his death. But please remember, kiss the wall for me, Abraham.
Hold his belt up.
Sit down a minute. Just a scratch. I'll take the gun. You handle the belt.
Drop his hip.
Yeah. Too late, Lila. Arden's dead.
Let me help you.
Eden, you know how to play chicken?
No. But I've always wanted to try it once.
Well, here's your chance. Let's get the Jeep.
Look at those fools there.
That's the way to do it. How about that?
Gabriel! Where are you hurt? Where is it?
Great work. I'm proud of you both. How do you feel, Elon?
Well, sir, I'm pretty badly hurt. Anyhow, I've learned to play a new kind of game.
Come on. It's on the house. The Army still provides 3 square meals a day.
Well, I hope it goes out of business pretty soon. 3 wars in less than 20 years is more than enough.
Yes. It's enough to get on your nerves, isn't it? Waiting, never knowing what's going to happen. Whether you're going to win, whether you're going to lose.
I think we should thank God that we survived for these 2 days.
3 days.
All right, 3 days. What's the difference? I'm sure hell must be like this. Don't you agree?
You kidding?
Will you give me a
It could
hand?
still get a lot
Come on.
worse.
Well, I hope it ends soon. I want to live now. To love. To have children. I want to have a family. But I don't want them to grow up afraid.
Are you afraid?
Yes, afraid. For you.
Listen, Lila.
What is it?
The really important thing is not how long we live or if we die tomorrow. What's really important to me, I find, is knowing we're together. I don't know what will happen tomorrow.
You mean you never even think of this? And us?
It isn't that. I think of you always. I think of you all the time.
And yet the future doesn't mean anything at all.
No.
You got the transmitter fixed yet?
It's not that simple. But if I can get this transistor fixed, we may get the news.
Well, I certainly hope you get it fixed soon so we can find out something about how this damn war is going on. It would be nice if we could send for help in case we needed it. How do we stand on ammunition?
I guess we have enough.
Better check. I want to be sure.
What about those two guys? I think they should be tied up. We're taking a chance.
That's not necessary for the moment. In 1 or 2 hours, we might be in the same position they are now.
Perhaps. Ala Karim.
Look, I don't trust that major.
No. If the colonel gives me his word, they can have freedom of the camp.
You have my word, Captain.
Good morning, Colonel.
Ah. Good morning, Captain. How's your wound?
It could be worse.
Well, but for many it's worse. War's a hell, Captain. All war's a hell. It's man's great curse, I'm afraid.
Yes, well, wouldn't you say we bring it upon ourselves?
Yes, I think you're right.
Why don't we try and avoid it? Don't you think that we Israelis have a right to exist?
All people have the right, Captain. The proof of it is not based upon centuries-old claims. If we were to do the same, we could claim half of Europe.
Historically, you're right.
It's based on law, actually. Moses, Christ's, Mohammed's, Solomon's, Abraham.
If moral law were imposed today, you would never have fought with us. It's our rightful house. We're not foreigners.
Granted. What about those who took care of it for you? Don't they have the same?
Yeah, the Arabs took care of it. Why, it was nearly all one great desert. When we returned from exile, we made it into a garden again.
You were desperate, as you say. We were desperate, too. This war cannot be won.
For what reason? Why?
I'm a soldier. I think like a soldier. You're a soldier, too. You understand.
I'm an engineer. And if it hadn't been for this bloody war, I would have gone to the States. The States, to work. But still, Israel is where I want to live.
That's how I feel about Egypt. Maybe one day the Hebrew Shalom Aleichem and the Arabic Salam Alaikum will become interchangeable for us. Nothing will remain in the desert. Neither victories nor defeats.
We have a common enemy, then. And it's about time we started to fight it. Together.
Rafi! Rafi, what's happened? We have visitors over there, about 100 men on foot.
Keep your eye on them. Come on.
Over there.
They're stragglers. Maybe they're coming to turn themselves in as prisoners. Well, we'll soon find out. Josie, fire in front of them.
الجماعة ورا بيضربوا بالرشاشة. مش عارف الحكاية.
عايزين انتم يلا مشي. مش شاوسين السراب.
بسم الله شوية مية يا فندي عطشان أوي. مية من فضلك بسم الله مية. مية من فضلك عطشان.
They want water.
Well, do we have enough for ourselves?
Yeah, sure.
مية من فضلك. مية من فضلك.
Give them 4 cans, but tell them we'll shoot at the slightest move. Say that we want to play it fair.
Okay, Rafi.
المايه جاية. ما هذا شتارة. يلا. يلا.
Hey! Pilot! Give me a hand.
All right.
خاينين.
Wait, don't fire.
يا جبناء يا خوافين ما تيجوا تقتلوهم. جايين تقتلوا المية عايزين مية تشحتهم. عندكم انتوا 200 وهم 5 عندكم سلاح اقتلوهم. جايين تشحتهم عايزين مية. جايين تعملوا ايه؟ ده حرب مش لعب. عايزين مية عايزين تقتلوهم ما تقتلوهم. ايه عايزين تشربوا ايه المية برميها. بقتلهم الموت. انتوا عايزين الموت وبس. خوافين يا كلاب يا وسخين.
Go and get some sleep, Josie. It's my turn.
How is he?
If you mean Rafi, he's tougher than an olive tree on Mount Carmel.
And Elon?
He's delirious with a high fever.
Got a cigarette, Josie?
Huh?
I'm all out. Well, we'll just have to wait.
Yeah.
Guess so.
If we can succeed in stopping the infection, he may just have a chance.
Let's hope so.
You better put that boy back on his feet, girls. And it's not just because his father's rich, you know. There's another reason. It's because Elon's the best friend I've got.
Hey, I just heard. We've won. We've won the war. We've won. We've won. We've won the war. The war is over. We've reached the Suez Canal. The war is over. We've won the war. We've won. We're on the road to Damascus. You hear? Jerusalem is free. We've got the Jordanian sector. It's all over. The wall is ours. The Egyptians are surrendering. Almighty God has blessed us. The holy city is united. Our people are going mad with joy. All Zion is rejoicing. God has made his face to shine upon us. After 2,000 years, we have the wall again. In less than a week, we have beaten 3 armies. We must give our thanks to Almighty God. He has spared our sons and daughters. Just listen to these reports. It's the beginning of a new era, I tell you.
General Uri's columns continue to advance in the northern sector, encountering no resistance. A combat unit has entered Jericho, and for the first time in over 2,000 years, Jerusalem is entirely in our hands. General Dayan and his staff have just made a visit to the Wailing Wall, where hundreds of our faithful have been flocking to pray. Reports of military victories on the Syrian, Jordanian, Lebanese, and Egyptian fronts keep pouring in. A great wave of hope is sweeping over Israel. A hope that after so many struggles and so much suffering, the hatreds which have surrounded our country for so long will finally disappear. A hope for justice and for peace with our neighbors. As the echo of guns and bombs disappears, the Star of David is flying on the banks of the Suez Canal. From the largest cities to the smallest kibbutzim, our people pay solemn tribute to the men who worked, suffered, fought and died for the liberty of our country. The state of Israel is now a reality which our enemies must recognize. We can only pray that they will.
They called it the 6-Day War. But wars, whether they last 6 days or 6 years, whether they are won or lost, have rarely resolved the conflicts of ideas and of passions which cause them. On the contrary, war leaves years of bitterness and hatred, a fruitful soil for the seeds of future wars. The desert will remain as long as the seeds of hatred are sown. May the children of Islam and Israel sow the seeds of the olive of peace. They have a common enemy. Why do they not join forces and fight it together?